What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. It's CraftsByAliyah and this is Aliyah. For today's tutorial, you're going to need a 3.5mm hook and some scissors and of course some yarn. And the stitches we're going to be using today, we're doing something new today. We're going to be using a foundation double crochet and then a double crochet, half double crochet, and a single crochet. If you guys don't know how to do the foundation double crochet, I am going to show it a little bit in this tutorial, but I'm not going to go crazy in depth. So if you want to learn that, go ahead and look it up on, there's plenty of videos on YouTube. Also, if you want me to make one for you guys, let me know and I'll make a more in-depth one. So today we're using some cotton yarn. It's size 3 weight. And yeah, so grab your 2.5mm hook. And then I do a foundation row. You can also chain and then double crochet into the chains. But we're doing a foundation double crochet to start off our work. Now we're going to be making a sweater and we're not going to be doing it from the bottom up. We're not going to be doing it in rounds. We're going to be doing it in 2 panels, like 2 rectangles. And we're going to be going across the body, not from the bottom up, but across the body. So I did mine for 50 chains. You can make yours as long or as short as you want it to, but I made mine for 50 foundation chains, and that made it the length I wanted it to. It's a little bit cropped, like shows a little bit of belly button, but not too high, and it's not like really too long either. So go ahead and do your 50 or however many number you want, and I'll meet you at the next step. And okay. Alright, so for filming purposes, I didn't actually do 50 because I already made the 2 panels previous to filming, and then I decided to make a tutorial on it. So I just did like 10 or 20 or something just for time, but make sure you do 50 or however long you want it to do, or however long you want it to be. So then when you finish that, you're going to chain 3, turn your work, and then we're going to be double crocheting into the back loops only. For this first whole half of your project, your only thing you're doing is double crocheting in the back loops only. That's all you're going to be doing. So you do your foundation row or your chain row or whatever, chain 3, turn your work, and then you're going to be doing double crochets in the back loops only. We've done this before, so it's not anything hard or anything like that. So yeah, but make sure y'all not doing a little short, little 20 chains like me. No, I just did this for time purposes so I could film this tutorial for y'all. So make sure y'all do 50 or 60 or however many y'all want to do. So chain 3, back loops only, and there we go. So I did mine. You want to make sure it covers up the front part of your body, and then just do the same amount of rows for the back part of your body, and it should be a little rectangle like this. Make sure it's wide enough so that it covers the whole front half of your body, and then double it, do another second panel on the back. So I'm going to be referring to these 2 pieces as panels because I find that easier. But yeah, this is what it should look like. A little nice ribbing effect. And now we're going to do a border around both of these rectangles. I just did a border, a single crochet. At first I didn't do a border, but I just thought it would look better. That's why I have to attach my yarn. But after you finish your second panel, don't cut your yarn, and then you can just continue to do single crochets around the body of your work. When you get to the sides of the double crochet, make sure you put 2 single crochet in each side of every double crochet. We've done this before. Y'all know how to do borders. Come on now. And it's fairly simple. So yeah, make sure y'all do that on both panels. Make sure you put your single crochet border. It just makes it look easier. It makes it easier to like when you crocheting things together and stuff, like when you sew it together. Alright, so now we finished that part. Now we're going to move on to the sleeves. So for the sleeves, we're also going to be doing a foundation double crochet row. I started mine, I did mine for 20. So we're doing the cuffs. We're starting from the bottom of the sleeve and working our way up. So we're doing the cuff right now. So the cuff, I did mine for 20 double crochet foundation. I did 20 chains for that. So yeah, it's gonna be working from the bottom of your arm up. And you can chain 21 or I don't know, however many, and do it like that. But I just decided to do this way. I found this method like a couple weeks ago, and I just find it so much easier. You're basically chaining and doing the double crochet all in the same step, so it's way easier. So once you do your 20, you're going to chain 1, turn your work, and then you're going to half double crochet into the back loop only. So for this is row number 2. So for row number 2 of the cuff, we're going to half double crochet in the back loops only. And once again, we're creating a nice little ribbing effect. So just like a nice little detail for the cuffing. Back half double crochet in the back loop only. That's row number 2. Then you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. Now we're going to be doing something a little bit different. This is like a new thing for me showing on the channel. This is the first time I've showed this on the channel. I've done this before, but you chain 3, turn your work, and then you skip the first stitch. And then now we're going to be double crocheting in what's called the 3rd bar of the half double crochet. So when you half double crochet, you know how you have 3 stitches that you pull a loop through. So the first 2 are the first one, and the last one end up on the top like this, and this is where you would normally crochet through. But for this, we're gonna be going through that 3rd bar. We're gonna be going through that 3rd one that kind of sits on the front of the stitch like that, and when you crochet into that, it pushes those top 2 loops forward, and it makes a nice little ribbing effect. So I just liked it as like a cute little detail to double crochet through the 3rd bar of your half double crochet. Now mind you, you don't have to do this. You could just do regular double crochets, and just like we did for the body of the sweater, and just go into the back loops like that. You could do single crochet, you could do whatever you want, but this is just a little technique, a little detailing that I wanted to show y'all. I just made it up on the top of my head, so I just thought it was cute. So yeah, so when you finish that, make sure and I'm just showing you the little detail right now. I'm going too fast, y'all. So this is what it would look like, and then you're gonna start all over from row number 2, and you're gonna half double crochet into the back loops only. You're just gonna keep doing that. So half double crochet into the back loops, chain up 3, turn your work, double crochet into the 3rd bar, chain 1, turn your work, half double crochet. Keep going. Make sure you're not increasing or decreasing on accident. Make sure it's 20 stitches when you're all done, and make it long enough to fit around your wrist. So you want to make it long enough so that it fits around your wrist. Remember, this is the cuff for the sleeves. So now we're going to turn it inside out. So make sure this little detailing is on the inside of your work. You want to turn it inside out, and then we're going to single crochet the seam together. And the reason why we turn it that way is so that our seam isn't on the outside, that it's on the inside. So yes, so you are going to single crochet it together, and I'm just showing you guys once again. We've done this before. A lot of single crocheting seams for this project today. A lot of single crocheting seams together. I don't know what I was doing right here. I was having such a hard time with this yarn. I don't know what I was doing, but I'm just showing you guys a little bit up close on how I crocheted it together. I actually didn't just go through the whole chain. I went through the front loop of the chain facing me, and then the back loop of the other chain in the back. But you could go through both loops if you want to. It really doesn't matter. But yeah, as you guys know, I love to sew things together with my single crocheting. It doesn't make it too tight or bunched up like slip stitching does, and you know, ain't nobody got time for needles around these parts, so I don't like to use needles. It's like too much work, you know. I am a lazy, that's what I should have called my channel, the lazy crocheter, because that is exactly what I am. But yes, I am just showing y'all up close. For anybody, if you need to even slow down even more, you can pause it, rewind, anything y'all need to do. Okay, so once we finish that, this is what it should look like. Nice little seam. And I'm just going to turn it inside out just to show you guys what it should look like. You can't even see the seam at all. And this is what it should look like, you know. and then we're going to turn it back inside. We're going to be working our sleeve inside out because, you know, we don't want none of them seams showing. The whole project is worked inside out basically, and then we're going to turn it the right side when we're done. All right, so when you finish doing your seam, don't cut your yarn. You're going to chain 1, and then you're going to, did I chain 1? I didn't even chain 1. Make sure y'all chain 1. And then you're going to put single crochets around the perimeter of your cuff. Make sure it's not too bunched up or too far apart. It's hard doing a border in the half double crochets, but I did 2 double crochets, 2 single crochets in the side of the double crochet, and I did 2 single crochets into the side of the half double crochet as well. It's no really perfect way to do it, but yeah, when you finish slip stitch together, chain 3, then turn your work, and then now for row number 1 of your sleeve, we're just doing regular double crochet. So just a regular round of double crochet, no increase and no decreasing. So when you get to the end, you're going to slip stitch into the top of that chain 3 space, and then you're going to chain 3 again and turn your work. Make sure you guys are turning your work for every single round because you don't want a diagonal seam. You want your seam to come up straight. So yeah, so for row number 2, for rows number 2 to 15, you're going to increase by 1 each row. So every row you're going to put an increase, which you're going to do two double crochet in the same spot 1 time for each row from rows 2 to 15. Now, if you guys have a small wrist and you have a large bicep, you can increase by 2, or you can increase. You can alternate going 1 2 1 2, whatever, you know, tailor it to yourself. But for me, I have pretty small arms, so I just increase by 1 from rows 2 to 15. All right, so I'm just showing you guys. This is 10 rows, and I just wanted to show you like the slight increase that you're gonna get. And basically I just increased until it fit around my bicep, and then I continued increasing, and I continued crocheting with no increases for rows 16 to 25 up to my arm. You can make it, everybody's arm length is different, but I just made it. Okay, so now you should have 2 sleeves, identical sleeves, and make sure that it's the same count on both sides. And then you should have 2 squares or rectangles, just like this. And now we are going to put this sweater together. So the first thing you're going to want to do is count how many stitches you have around the perimeter of your sleeve. And if I didn't already tell you, make sure that you end on an even number so that you could divide it by 2 and it's like no problem. And let's say you finished your row and it's an odd number, it's okay, just put an extra double crochet into that chain 3 space, and then bam, you have an even number. So no big deal on that one. Super easy to fix. Just add an extra one in the last row. 38, so 38 divided by 2 is 19. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on my panels like this, and remember your sweater is gonna be like this will be the neck, and this will be the bottom. So I'm gonna count 19 stitches on the side here. I'm gonna sew these 2 together, and I'm gonna make sure that I leave 19 stitches up here for my armhole, if that makes sense. So sew these 2 together. I'm gonna show you in a second. I'm gonna use single crochet. Sew it together, and then make sure you leave 19 stitches on both sides for your armhole. Alright, so I'm just showing you guys how I seam up the bottom of those 2 panels, and I didn't do anything fancy. I just went straight through both stitches. I attached my yarn with a slip stitch, and then I just single crocheted up along it, and I made sure that I didn't put a stitch marker, I just counted, but you guys make sure you put a stitch marker so that you leave enough room from your arm. So for me personally, I left 19 stitches. So yeah. Super duper easy. Alright, so now that we sewed up the sides here, now we're going to go ahead and attach the arms. So this is the bottom where you started to sew the edges together, and this is the top. So right now I'm going to show you guys how to sew the arms on. If I can find my crochet. Oh my goodness. Oh, found it. Okay, so when you attach the second arm, don't when you attach the second side, don't, I accidentally took one stitch out. Don't cut your yarn. I mean, if you did cut your yarn, it's fine, but don't cut your yarn. Okay, so what we're gonna do is so easy. So remember, we had 38 stitches around the arm hole, so we're gonna divide that by 2, which is 19. And then when we were doing, and everybody's number is going to be different, this is just for my numbers, and then after we sewed up the sides, we left 19 stitches. So you're going to connect one side of the arm, and also make sure that your seam is in the armpit when you attach. So make sure, make sure that your seam here is in the armpit. Let me put this down. So this is my seam, and make sure when you attach it, it's like this, so that your seam is underneath in the armpit so you won't see it. So yeah, so we're just gonna, just like we did the sides, we're gonna attach the arm 19 stitches up one side of the arm, which is half the arm, and then come back around the other side, and you're gonna connect the other 19 stitches along the back side of the arm. I hope this is making sense. So we're gonna go up 19 and back around 19 around the back side, and then with single crochet, just like how we did the sides, or however way you wanted to stitch it together, like that. And that's how we're going to attach the arm. We're going to go up the front part and then come around the back part, doing the front panel with the front part of the sleeve and the back panel with the back part of the sleeve to connect it. So yeah, if that doesn't make any sense to y'all, hopefully it does. Make sure you could comment down below, message me, and I could try to explain it better for you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach both of the arms off camera, and then I'll be right back and we can just about finish this off. Alright, so now that we have attached both of the arms, now we're going to finish up the neckline. So I just went to the top of my neckline, and I counted out 28. I left 28 stitches open for my I put some stitch markers here, and I just counted, and I left, make sure it's even, I left, or centered, you know, I left 28 stitches in the middle here, and then I'm gonna stitch together just like we did with the arms and the panels, these edges on my shoulder right here to create the neckline. So I'm gonna stitch in on this side and on this side, and I left 28 stitches open. You know, you can kind of play with it. 28 is like comfortable neckline for me, but you can make it wider or shorter if you want to. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna finish off my neckline, and then after we do that, the only thing left that we have to do is I'm gonna do one more row of single crochet around the neckline just to make it neat. And then I'm also going to put a single crochet on the ends of my sleeves here around that, and then I am also going to do it around the bottom. I'm gonna put single crochet around the bottom, and then that is about it, you guys. Then we are done, and then we can go right ahead and turn our sleeves, or turn our piece back the right side, because it's inside out right now, and then we're done. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll meet you guys when I'm done. All right, so now that I have finished off the shoulders and I got a nice neckline going, I didn't cut my arm when I did the other half, and now I'm gonna go ahead and just do a row of single crochet around the neckline to kind of finish it off and make it just look a little bit neater. And then I'm gonna cut my yarn, and I'm gonna go around the bottom of my work and do one more row of single crochet just to kind of make the edges neater. And then I'm also gonna go on the cuffs, and I'm gonna do a row of single crochet to once again just make it look nice. And then we are done, you guys. So 3 more steps and I'll meet you back. All right, and we're all done, you guys. This is the sweater. We're all finished. I put it on a mannequin, and this is what it looks like. And I took some cute little pictures. This sweater is so comfortable. It's a cotton, and it's a light yarn, so it's like not heavy at all. It's not scratchy or nothing like that. It's really soft and comfy, just like the yarn says it is. And that's it. You guys are all done. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to this video, follow me on Instagram, follow my online shop, share this video. Anything helps a sister out. All right, thank you guys so much. Bye. And I just wanted to add this at the end of my video. I just want to thank you guys so much. My subscribers have been growing a little bit, and I know I haven't been posting that consistently, but I do have some more content coming for you guys for fall. So don't worry, there's more videos coming. I got scarves, I got more beanies, leg warmers, cardigans, some more different ways to make sweaters and stuff like that. So don't worry, you guys, I got more stuff coming. Once again, your subscribes and your likes really help me out with this crazy YouTube algorithm. So thank you guys so much, and also please comment down below if you like this video. All right, now I'm really leaving. All right, bye.